What's good, YouTube? Stormy B-Man here, back with another video for you. Before we get into things, I'd like to shout out the LDBC, Lions Den Boxing Community, and New Media. For future content, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I like Deontay Wilder, people. I mean, I really do. In the era where boxing is currently suffering from championship, character, and courage issues, this fighter, this man, is a breath of fresh air. With the record of 40-0, 39 KOs, and 1 draw, and standing an intimidating 6'7", Wilder rules the heavyweight division with an iron right hand. A right hand so powerful, nobody in the division is eager to test the metal. His most recent conquest against the affable Tyson Fury, in a 12-round split decision draw where Fury suffered 2 knockdowns and was fortunate to escape with his life, and has currently withdrawn from an immediate rematch where he was guaranteed a 50-50 split of the purse, instead opting for a far less threat with an opposing network and a hand-selected foe. This leaves Wilder to face his #1 contender, Dominique Breazeale. It's not bad enough that Breazeale was already KO'd in June of 2016 against unified champ Anthony Joshua from the UK. He has an ugly personal affair behind the scenes with Wilder and his camp, leaving him outside the graces of the WBC champ. Wilder has garnered criticism for not displaying textbook technique when dispatching his foes. He often throws what has been labeled as windmilling shots that usually overwhelm adversaries into submission. Wilder himself has expressed, this is merely a tactic, and that he does possess far more technical ability than he sometimes displays. And he gets caught up in the moment and he wants to be exciting. But there's no denying the power that this man possesses, usually weighing in anywhere between 210 to 220 pounds. This fearsome fighter often carries his power into the 12th round. Meaning, as he stated, an opponent has to be perfect for 3 minutes of all 12 rounds. And he has to be perfect only once. Love it. In 2018, Wilder faced off against heavyweight boogeyman Luis King Kong Ortiz, and in a thrilling match that saw Wilder get rocked, shaken up pretty badly, he was able to withstand Ortiz's onslaught and later KO him in devastating fashion. After the fight, Wilder gave Ortiz the credit that most in the division do behind closed doors, but he did it openly. Said that he was more than a willing challenger and deserves another shot. Most people are avoiding Luis Ortiz, trying to age him out because his technical skill is off the charts and he has power to boot. The Cuban fights with a huge amateur background and is maybe a day or two older than what he has been revealed. Wilder sees the division as a small division, meaning like inside the top 10, there are only a few fighters who are of championship mettle. I tend to agree with him, with the top fighters being after him in no particular order: Ortiz, Joshua, and Fury. These men need to mix it up so that we can sort things out at the top. With Anthony Joshua carrying 3 of the other heavyweight title belts, Joshua is the one who more than anyone needs to step up to the plate, because by him holding the rest of the titles and Wilder's WBC championship in his possession, we need to find out who's the best. And this will also allow the contenders to line up for their equally due shots. Most impressively about Wilder, seeing that he got into the sport because he was trying to find a way to earn a living to be able to take care of his daughter who was suffering from an illness. And recognizing this in Luis Ortiz, who was undergoing a similar situation with his own family and child, Wilder opted to give Ortiz that shot at a payday that could lighten the load and burden on Ortiz's family. Much due respect for that. Much due respect. This is a champion at heart and of the world. Even when he said that he'd give Ortiz a rematch, a champion recognizing what's important. This is what it's all about, people. And least I mentioned that during the promotion of his fight with Fury, when being asked about Fury undergoing his illnesses and his out-of-the-ring problems and bouts of depression and such and so forth, Wilder made a point not to make a statement about undergoing any particular obstacles, but just life in general. And then when he was asked about what type of conditions does he mean that his people go through or whatever, and he had to clarify to the reporter that asked him, your people too. We've gone through this. We all are going through this. And he said, till this day. In that moment, the soundbite that went around the world, Wilder became my new favorite fighter, because he took on the responsibility of being a voice that speaks for strength, for the empowerment of a man taking care of his family, a man representing his people, his culture, his country, his nation, his community. And he did it strongly. He didn't soft shoe around the subject. He didn't pull back and shuck and shrug his shoulders or whatever. He stood proud, shoulders back, chin up. Reminded me of another champion, the great Muhammad Ali, who spoke as a voice of the people, a champion of the people. Muhammad Ali went to the voices of reason. He went to the consciousness of society. Yeah, at first he was vilified. At first, people hated him. They wanted him, oh, this young brash guy talking so much crap and this and that. But he won them over because his courageousness was real. It was rooted in something deep within him. I'm sorry, but I see the same thing in Deontay Wilder. And it's to be commended. It's to be respected. It's to be celebrated. Because a man that'll die on his feet is ever so much stronger and better than the one who lives on his knees. So with that being said, Dominique Breazeale, the challenger that's coming up, you've got your work cut out for you, fella. Because you're facing the true, one and only heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay, the Bronze Bomber, Wilder. And it's going to take a hell of a man to beat him. This is Stormy B. Man, celebrating my heavyweight champion, your heavyweight champion, Deontay Wilder. Until we meet again, peace.